All right, now let's look at number 5. On number 5, we do have the product rule, and then we have add, and we have the product rule again. We've got 2 multiplies. So just like order of operations, you're going to have to multiply before you add, and then if they have like terms, we'll add them in the end. Let's start out with this one on the left. So always start with the numbers. 3 times negative 2, which is negative 6. Now let's move on into letters. I've got x to the 4th times x squared. Remember, when you're multiplying with letters, you add the exponents. So 4 plus 2 will give us x to the 6th. Over here I've got y to the 6th times y to the 1. So 6 plus 1 will give us y to the 7th. And then we need to add that to whatever we get over here. Handle the numbers first. 8 times, and there's no number there, so it's a sneaky 1. 8 times 1 is still 8. Move on into your letters. X to the 3rd times x to the 3rd, so product rule, you got to add them. 3 plus 3 is 6. Y to the 2nd times y to the 5th. 2 plus 5 is y to the 7th. Now, let's check your exponents. We've got x to the 6th, y to the 7th, x to the 6th, y to the 7th. Those are like terms, so we do need to combine them. We need to take negative 6 and add it to 8. Negative 6 plus 8 is positive 2. Now remember, when you're combining like terms, none of your variables and exponents change. So it's still x to the 6th, y to the 7th. So this final answer is 2x to the 6th, y to the 7th. On the back, this time it's a 6t parentheses t squared plus 5t minus 9t. Now, you're going to have to distribute with this. As we distribute, we're going to have to use the product rule. So, start out always with the numbers. Negative 6 times 1, that's going to be negative 6 still. Now, this is t to the 1 times t to the 2nd. When we're multiplying, the bases are the same. They're both t. Add the exponents. So 1 plus 2 will give me t to the 3rd. Now we got to distribute on the next term. Negative 6 times t times 5t. Start out with negative 6 times 5, which is negative 30. And now get to your t's. T to the 1st times t to the 1st. 1 plus 1, that's going to be t to the 2nd. Then we've got negative 6t times negative 9. Negative 6 times negative 9 is going to be positive 54. And now we have 1t here and no t's over there, so it's just going to be 1t. So our final answer is negative 6t to the 3rd minus 30t squared plus 54t. So even though it was distribute, we still just use the product rule. I know 7 may look a little confusing because you've got 2 letters, but I want you guys to try it using the product rule on your own and then check your answer with what I've got. Make sure if you don't get the same thing that you go back and change it, all right? So push pause now. All right, so we've got to distribute. So that's going to be p squared q to the 3rd times that, and then times this number, right? Now, we don't have any digits in front of this first one, so sneaky 1 and sneaky 1, sneaky 1. So we don't need to write a number, but we need to multiply the letters. We have 2 p's right here, and we have 1 p right here. 2 plus 1, because it's the product rule, right? That's going to be 3, so p to the 3rd. Now we've got 3 q's right here, and I only have 1 right here. 3 plus 1 gives me q to the 4th. Now I've got to multiply it by these ones over here. Once again, I've got a sneaky 1, but this time I've got a minus 2, so it's still going to be minus 2. Now I can multiply the letters. I've got 2 p's right here. I've got 2 p's right there. 2 times 2, so 2 plus 2, right, because we add the exponents, will give me p to the 4th. I have 3 q's here, I have 1 q there, so I have 4 q's. 3 plus 1 is 4. Now, look at your exponents, look at your letters. P to the 3rd, q to the 4th, p to the 4th, q to the 4th. Those are not the same, so we cannot combine them. So this is our final answer. P to the 3rd, q to the 4th, minus 2 p to the 4th, q to the 4th. I'm going to stop the video here. We've only got 2 more problems.